The National Convention kicks off this weekend, 15 to 16 August, with a price tag of 20 million rand. That's 20,000 rand per delegate for the roughly 1,000 expected to attend. Sure, logistics for a crowd that size isn't cheap, but here's the real question: who's actually showing up? And there's a kicker: that 20,000 rand per delegate doesn't quite cover what you think it does. Check the video a little later. With multiple parties and organizations already pulling out, the list of attendees is shrinking fast. And of those still in the room, who do they really speak for? This is starting to look less like a national dialogue and more like a ANC-branded PR exercise, one that risks becoming a one-way broadcast of recycled excuses. Citizens are tired of hearing why there is no work, tired of watching the economy spiral while the same failed ideas get repackaged as solutions. If this dialogue doesn't shift from spin to substance, it won't be a conversation, it'll be a monologue. And South Africans, all citizens, deserve better. Welcome to the Leandro Show, stories that touch every South African in one way or another. The Freedom Front Plus is now also out. They won't be joining the ANC's national dialogue starting on 15 August, and here's why. They say South Africa doesn't need another talk shop. It needs real, honest, solution-driven conversation. And the ANC, according to the Freedom Front Plus, it's just not ready. Last week, ANC Secretary-General Fikile Mbalula doubled down on the party's failed policies, economic and foreign. No shift, no rethink, just more of the same in the name of transformation. The Freedom Front Plus says the mindset disqualifies the ANC from leading or even participating in any credible national dialogue. The 2024 election results were a wake-up call. Voters pulled back their trust. The Freedom Front Plus says the ANC had a golden chance to prove it could listen, learn, and lead differently. Instead, it clung to outdated ideologies. BEE, expropriation without compensation, race-based laws, and foreign policy blunders that triggered US trade penalties. So what now? The Freedom Front Plus wants a new kind of dialogue, one that's honest, inclusive, and focused on fixing what's broken without the ANC at the table. They're calling on the other GNU parties to step up and help craft practical, merit-based solutions that put South Africa first. But the Freedom Front Plus will be sending CEO Pieter de Necker to attend the ANC's event, but only as an observer. I hope they feed him well, considering what this is costing the taxpayers. I'm dressed for a party, and at 20,000 rand a head, I would love to have been there. At taxpayer expense. At least the University of South Africa, UNISA, will host the first national convention at no cost, providing venues, catering, and other services. But hold on, why is this then costing 20,000 rand per head? 20,000 rand per delegate. Is this dialogue or deluxe conference tourism? The presidency claims the national dialogue is running lean, with UNISA covering venues and services at no cost, and departments using existing budgets. But let's do the math. With around 1,000 delegates and a projected 20 million rand spend, that's 20,000 rand per person.
Okay, what does this weekend cost?
This weekend is sitting at the moment around 20 million. It's 1,000 people that are coming in from all 9 provinces.
So what's on the menu? Literally. Are delegates being fed catered meals that include overpriced KFC lunches, Woolworths biltong, and premium steaks the average South African can't dream of affording? All while millions go hungry and basic services crumble. This isn't just a dialogue, it's looking like a deluxe conference dressed up as public engagement. And with the total budget still to be developed, how much more will be spent before anyone sees real outcomes? South Africans deserve answers, not vague reassurances, not luxury perks. Ask the question, how does a 20,000 Rand per head talk shop solve unemployment, corruption, or economic collapse? Considering the number of organizations that have withdrawn, this seems like just another elite echo chamber, paid for by the very people it's ignoring. You can't fix the country if you won't admit it's broken. This isn't just political posturing. It's the core truth echoing from opposition benches, civil society, and frustrated citizens alike. South Africa is in crisis, and no amount of spin, staged dialogues, or recycled rhetoric will change that unless the ANC confronts the damage head on. Load shedding isn't a glitch, it's a symptom of a hollowed out energy sector. Water shortages aren't bad luck. They're the result of a collapsed infrastructure and mismanagement. Unemployment isn't a temporary dip. It's a structural failure driven by outdated policies and corruption. Investor flight, failing municipalities, rising crime. None of it gets solved by pretending everything's fine. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. Failed and failing state-owned enterprises. Eskom can't keep the lights on. Transnet is choking the economy with port and rail inefficiencies. SAA burned through billions and still can't fly straight. Denel, Prasa, Post Office. All shadows of what they were meant to be. These aren't isolated failures. They're the result of catered deployment, looting, and political interference. And until government admits that these SOEs are broken beyond patchwork repair, there's no fixing them. Real dialogue starts with truth, not unity for show, not transformation as a shield for failure. South Africa needs leadership that's willing to scrap what's broken, rebuild from merit, and restore public trust. Until then, every conversation is just theatre, and the country will keep sinking while the actors pretend the stage isn't collapsing. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Are we witnessing a turning point, or just another expensive distraction? Is the national dialogue a genuine attempt to fix what's broken? Or a 20,000 Rand per head illusion wrapped in conference bags and catered lunches? The ANC's refusal to admit its policies have failed on the economy, governance, and foreign relations isn't just stubborn, it's dangerous, because you can't rebuild what you won't acknowledge is broken. The real dialogue South Africa needs isn't about optics or unity for unity's sake. It's about truth, accountability, a willingness to scrap what's not working and start fresh, with policies rooted in merit, growth, and integrity. And until that happens, every national conversation is just noise. Thank you for watching, and if you found any value in this video, please do like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.